Yeah.
Well, this should be a good one. First elimination game of the tournament. Someone is going home at the end of this BO3. It's a
That's
map
not
both
good.
these teams have played. It makes it exciting.
That's Schadenfreude. I want to see him stick
I
around.
didn't say I enjoyed it. I said it was intense.
Right.
Let's lean forward, shall we?
I'm leaning.
Ooh, A pinches in. I like how passively two A main players are playing.
Oh,
They're going to get this flank.
How did GMD get that?
I mean, really? They just pinched him
Yeah,
no late
yep.
and cleared it out, but the
Really
plant's
good
not
timing.
down, so they already have sand control and can hit this Hall's flank.
You wait for tap and then open door?
Nope.
No, apparently not. I feel like the more time you wait before you open that door and threaten the like you come around, the worse it is.
And you got to pressure so that Hayes can find something, maybe.
Big for 7. They know both players are towards main now, I believe.
Hayes has the orb, and there it is.
They spotted Munch on the cross. Munch?
Munch.
Munch.
Yeah.
I know pro players.
Yeah,
Me
I
and
know
Munch
pro
getting
players.
close like that. I call him Munch. I call him Munch.
Oh!
Player standing.
Nade through. That's on the spike. 7's one tap. Yeah. Could have been something.
Unlucky for Munch, honestly.
It's a pretty solid retake. I like Hayes pushing topside right there. Coming through dish, smoking
Yeah.
off A main.
Yeah. Having his orb at all is kind of interesting. I mean, on pistol, maybe you have a little bit more flexibility, but a lot of times you just want to set it up immediately.
Force buy.
No stinger. No armor. Stinger, no armor?
Yeah.
With
That's
armor
the
this
new
time.
meta.
I feel like these are pretty hard to stop on Fracture.
Yeah, on Fracture specifically. Like sand pushes,
Yeah.
those
Yeah,
sorts of
especially with
things.
the neon in play.
Yeah, they're going to be able to cut distance and get close with those stingers, no matter where they go.
Go, go, go.
Looks
Sands
like you
rush,
were right.
though.
Just a quick sands pop.
The double stars here.
Oh, wow, he's
A
through.
bit too late.
Good C's to slow it down.
That's a good flash.
Oh, they
Spike
cleared it.
down A.
The last two players here from TSM coming from south
Look at this
side.
fast flank, though. I don't know if they're
Yeah.
ready for this one.
That's what Bala's pointing out. These
Yeah.
plays are quick.
I don't listen to Bala.
That's okay.
Spike
I
planted.
prefer you tune me out.
One enemy remaining.
Nice
that-
from the cobbler.
Definitely caught them unaware.
15 HP. This is rough.
It's kind of planned for him, kind of. Without opening door, they know where he's coming from too. And
Yeah, that's a tough one.
at least they got Spike down, so like you're not gonna go into this weird, awkward like Sheriff Stinger half buy thing.
Yeah, but by forcing on the second round here, they're pretty much setting themselves up for a 3-0 deficit. And this was the side that T1 looked decent on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty rough beginning to the map for them.
I think an even bigger story, though, than the 3-0 line is the ult economy. Like, when a team goes up 3-0 like this, their ults are just always going to be ahead of yours
Yeah,
the
definitely.
entire half.
One enemy
I just
remaining.
love that flash that Zeta threw, underhand over top of the box. That's almost impossible to dodge. He has some of the most unique utility.
Oh, wait. They're standing by in the game.
No, it's not a force buy. It's just a half.
Well, it's exactly the same as last, no? Oh,
They
lighter.
get
Half
Stinger
armor,
light
half
armor,
Yeah, it's just a half by.
I feel like usually I would not be paying too much attention to these rounds. I just assume that the team with better eco is going to win it, but the Stingers have just been brutal.
Josh, you mentioned at the beginning TSM wasn't really pushing in the first game, and these last, I mean, all 3 rounds they've had a flank from south side, and they've also just looked all the way north side and saw nothing and started rotating off A to re-clear here in main.
Yeah, they're being pretty active.
So passive on B, though. I like the aggression in the mid run right now at A main. They're definitely going to push through this. They'll be flanking tree.
Munchkin is ult.
I don't think T1's going to be ready for this A flank. There's no Killjoy util down there. They're going to be right on the heels of the hit.
Spike
Hayes just
down, B.
spamming with a ghost. So I could do something big here. If he gets 2, maybe.
Nice.
Hey, played Carpa in through the
But
smoke.
they can't really play
30
for the spike. He has to
seconds
try to plant for spawn, or CT spawn.
That's so rough for Zeta.
He's just dead. They know both players are spawn as well. No smoke for GMD, though.
Oh,
or no,
that's
sorry,
good.
just 1 down.
How did Carpa get that? He was seized.
Last player
They're fighting
standing.
it.
Wow.
Only GMD's the Phantom.
The
Oh my
stinger
goodness.
is... I hate it so much.
Yeah, that's
Get it out of the game.
That's an absurd weapon. I don't know how Carpe got one of his kills while he was seized, and then Saya getting 2 at the end there is that's egregious.
That's crazy. They just won that round. Pushing
And
Jen, getting those 2 kills,
And
the
now
trades.
TSM are gonna be kind of like weird broken buy-in with 3 light armor and a stinger on nature, and the economy is in a position where you can just fight for these rounds, but they get so scrappy.
Yeah, the big thing to note is even though 7 has the lockdown, Munchkin's the only one on T1 with ult.
Yeah.
And it happens to be the one that can counter the lockdown.
That's convenient.
Yeah, that's actually perfect. Oh,
GMD!
yay! The Battle Astra.
Dude, that
down
is
A.
definitely the inexperience shown
Yes.
from Carpe there. What's he
Yes.
doing with his fault line out
player
in that
standing.
position? He just...
He's getting ready to stun way early and not tradable there as soon as something actually happens.
And now it's like a little orb collection mini game for Ban. Can I get another kill and maybe get my ult for round 5? Other than that, you don't have too much hope. Do you know where these guys' names come from? Interestingly, like, do you know the backstory of their nicknames?
No.
Of like who specifically?
Like the
Well,
Killjoy.
Corey's nickname is Corey because his first name is Corey. I knew that one.
Yeah, it's the same actually for the Killjoy. His name's Steven, and he just dropped the T.
Oh.
Yeah, it's wild actually. Munchkin's surname is Munch. His family
I feel
name.
like that's something bad, Josh.
Nah,
30 seconds left.
no, it's not. It's just his name. You shouldn't actually judge people like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, I'm sorry.
yeah.
Who were you going to say, though? Which one do you actually know?
That was set up. He
Oh, I
knew
don't
that.
know any of them.
Oh,
No, I don't know any.
that's
of them.
cruel.
Actually, no, that's a lie. I do know Carpe. He was duoing on the
10
come up when he
seconds
was
left.
in Overwatch,
Mm-hmm.
and the other player was called DM. Just because they thought it was cool, I think that one of them was called Carpe and the other was called DM, and now the two have been split apart.
I prefer the 7 story.
That's a tragic
Do you think
story.
in 10 years we'll have like 2 pro players named like
It's a tragedy.
his Jet and his Reyna that were just separated?
If
And
anyone,
it'll just be like Carpe,
if
where it's
anyone
only
goes
one?
pro with the name His Jet or I Miss Her, they need checking out.
Counseling.
I definitely see it happening.
There.
You don't see this happening?
What, you think there's going to be a pro player that chooses to keep the name I Miss Her or His Jet?
I mean, they're
mean,
constly tweeting that anyway. So.
We are heading in that direction
no
at like
way.
1,000,000 miles an hour. Like,
No way.
there's no
Valorant
stopping.
community do be
There's no way.
down bad.
Oh, that's a nice little neon wall because it trades out all of the Killjoy utility that was there. So 7 doesn't have anything apart from the alarm bot to stop a B hit coming through.
Also took the nade too with it.
Yeah, and Munchkin didn't use any of his smokes, right? So they can now still smoke and exec and do the exact same thing. TSM really can't move off the site.
I'm not sure if these arcade players are going to get hit by this breach ult, even if Carpe pops it.
Dude.
But,
Oh, I think.
Is that a ball?
but,
No, they're
Carpe's just holding his butt.
okay. I thought
Okay,
for a
when
second
this
you
B
liked
pop
out.
comes through,
This ult-
does Corey just ult and spam the wall?
Hayes might
Hayes
get
is
ahead of
going to
it, though.
die. He's going to die.
Oh!
Oh my god.
The timing is so good.
Look at Corey's ult.
Wait. Did they just send Saya with that ult?
Yeah, they just sent Saya into sight with the ult. They were just trying to cut noise and go back in for the B-pop. Corey was waiting with his ult towards Jenny, just to counter it.
Nature has full kit pretty much.
Carpe
Cosmic
has stun
Divide
out.
on.
Oh, no!
Oh, he hasn't played for a while.
It's getting late, isn't it? It's getting late.
Carpe
Carpe
can win
clutch?
this. Nope.
Yeah, don't think we'll talk about that one.
I mean, that push from Hayes is just so good. If he doesn't get those 2 kills, if that breach ult like, actually gets him into sight, like it's such a different round.
The crazy thing, he had a wall. He could have put up the wall and cleared underpass. He's just like, nah, I'm going to swing this. I'm going to get this kill.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
That's crazy awareness for him to get that kill.
And also, Ban is the type of player that you expect to get that, like, significant portions of the time. He's so fast. And I'm wondering, this role swap for him, so far it's not looking like the same band we saw all of last year.
I felt like he was playing pretty
Early
well
tree
in the
hit.
first 2 maps today.
I remember moments on Astra,
ultimate
on
is
Pearl,
ready.
but we'll see. Lockdown now. They have Zeta to stop any of that shenanigans that happened last round too with his null command. It's not necessarily forcing the same amount of utility out though at the beginning here.
No, a lot of these rounds, TSM has opted to play completely off of B site, and the couple rounds they've like doubled up in arcade.
Oh, both teams have lockdown. Are they going for the lockdowns on top of each other? No, they haven't listened to Sean's tech.
I don't think it'll work.
The guard player said it doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't think it'll work.
Oh, really? Tragic. I love the theory.
Yeah. I saw 10 try to cook with that molly, though.
Yeah. He really was.
Little 5v5 retake now. With a lot of post playing here from T1. They've got Munchkin's molly, the orbital strike. They also got Zeta's molly.
And this is... Okay. That is huge from Zeta.
Wow.
That just shuts a lot of the attempt down. Does Munchkin have a post-plant molly as well as...
Surely.
He must do, right?
Sure.
Oh, he's dead! No molly, no ult.
Wow.
Well, this one fell to pieces.
Yeah.
Player
This feels like some severe bag fumblage from T1 to just give him that many fights so early. Like you leave...
They have a
Sure.
post-com.
Yeah. Like you
Yeah.
can leave Saya and Zeta to fight, but everyone else, it just feels so troll to take those duels.
Surely the way that TSM approached that by fighting arcade as hard as they could before they can cross off is also very,
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
I mean, it was really
very
good, but
well
still, like,
anticipated.
Munchkin, I believe, got out of sight and then went back to try and trade his teammate and died.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, honestly, there are just so many places where you can play a safe post plant with the Rim Molly.
Yeah.
You can go back towards tree, and you can be so far away from the
Yeah,
rest
you're
of the
right.
team.
He's fighting here.
And yeah, he swings
trying
to
to
try and
trade.
help.
That sometimes is like a sign of a new team for sure. It's like making sure you're trying to trade. That's like what they're focusing on in practice as much as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's 5 players trying to play a post and not use their abilities to actually stop the retake. And even though they used null command, it was like it was used against them too.
Yeah, yeah.
No one wanted to use abilities.
And Seven has his lockdown here. Munchkin might have to use his ult to break that.
Again, you've got the player that wants to play off-site.
Oh, this is-
Munchkin,
That is a
planting.
strong lockdown.
That is a brutal lockdown. He has
have
to.
to.
He has to.
No molly
Munchkin's-
for Munchkin
yeah,
either.
he's just used the molly.
Now they have to fight side. There's no post plant util really.
Saya has a lot to do up here.
Great trade.
Wallbang too.
T1 are getting properly barreled over here.
And it's a terrible sign given what we saw in the defense from them.
Yeah.
They've got to start racking some rounds up.
TSM are manhandling them. They're applying so much pressure before T1 can get into their proper post-plant spots, and then they start pushing forward on the retake and fight them really aggressively, and T1 just don't have the team play right now and the ideas of where they want to be holding and how they want to go for crossfires. Look how many of these rounds have been retakes, man.
The retakes have been really, really
filthy.
good, though.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not one-dimensional. They're not all coming from spawn, so because they're getting like top side or bottom side control every time on these retakes. I really like the looks right now from TSM.
It's a night and day difference, I think. I feel like this might be the TSM that people were talking about in scrims, you know? The ones that are maybe a little bit more comfortable.
The Scrim Bucks are out there?
Yeah, they are.
Who's been talking to you about the scrim bucks?
I mean, just in general.
You been looking at those Reddit screenshots again? I need to wean you off those Reddit screenshots.
It's a hard drug.
I love the scrim bucks.
Someone was posting a tweet about that recently saying, all of you people that are hunting through streams for the screenshots, you know there's data entry jobs. you can use your skills to get money instead of clout, you know?
What's more valuable though?
I can't remember who's tweeting that. It might have been Mike's or something.
Clout leads to money, no?
Yeah.
Clout leads to,
There.
I don't know.
You don't have either.
Spike planted.
Money doesn't buy happiness. Clout could.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, this is the most advantage we've seen in a post plant. But Carpe has ults.
Oh, this carpet.
Oh,
Sorry, kid. Am I going crazy, or have T1 just won 2 eco stinger rounds?
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's it?
Correct.
But you're still probably crazy. You're correct.
Right.
This is now the roast of Sideshow.
Bro, why is Bald Guy getting cooked? Finally someone in chat asking the
Yeah.
real questions.
That's true.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Why is bald Mr. Rogers getting clowned on like this? What does someone think of bald Mr. Rogers? Hayes putting on his best Trent impression this game so far as well. Opposite ends of the age spectrum.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's hard to be optimistic about T1, but they've looked this way at the start of all their halves. Like they just climb back in these first halves.
Yeah, yeah.
This is what they did versus Guard. They
So
were
we're saying that
looking
they're
good at
gonna
these.
climb back in?
Yeah.
Is this
Maybe.
the wall you were talking about?
They got the formula.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the wall I'm talking about.
But previously they weren't playing off it at all. Now they're actually kind of pushing and taking space with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh,
They are
that
doing
is a
something
cool
with it this
hunt.
round.
Oh.
Little north side crunch late in the round. T1 has sight though, so another one of these pretty even retakes. Munchkin, Zeta both have Molly, no aftershock for Carpe, so they have to fight on site at least somewhat here.
Spike planted.
Look how proactive TSM is. Corey takes the rope. Ooh, gets
There
caught.
we
That's
go.
a really, really big kill by Munchkin.
Finally
And
some
that's-
space for the Molly.
Yeah, and that's Munchkin not having to plant the spike and go in. They give the spike to Carpe instead, so he's building up towards his breach shot. They have the Brim in a position where he can play post-plant mollies and is watching the flank. It makes way more sense setting the rolls up this way.
Breach killed. Last player standing.
2 in a row now.
All right, they're bringing them together.
2 in a row. I mean,
They got
You
the formula.
mentioned-
They got the formula.
yeah.
It's just a bit sad that to be a comeback team, you have to be down so hard to begin with, you know? To be known as the comeback team, you have to lose early. You'd like to fix that.
Yeah. Then you wouldn't be the comeback team, though.
Yeah, it'd be good if you could, like...
Go ahead.
Please.
Spike planted.
Let him cook.
There's something in your head.
cooking.
There's something in your head.
I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Noted.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
I was trying to think the opposite of comeback, and honestly, you don't want to... Y'all don't want to know what I came up with.
Uh-oh.
No, bro.
Yeah. It's not worth.
Here.
Okay, here we go.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm so sick of this ult. It's so strong, but I'm so sick of it. It's so predictable.
This is going to be the next, I don't know, 6 months of Fracture.
Yup.
Why? Okay, somebody explain this to me. I was talking to Kaplan, Sentinel's assistant coach. Why? Because before Fracture, before like Chamber was out, Fracture was all Cypher, and now it's all Killjoy.
Well, it's because,
of the breach aftershock.
Yeah.
Yeah, the aftershock could just go through the floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you're disrespecting Kaplan like that? Isn't he the strategic coach? That's kind of screwed up.
Strategic coach,
Kinda screwed up.
assistant coach.
You know, he doesn't assist, he strategizes.
Oh, there's Corey.
Oh.
Wait, no! He's been
No,
robbed.
Carpe's just built like that. He's built like that.
He's been robbed. That is...
Or he missed. One or the other.
No, that's robbery.
Satchel out.
That blast pack is going to be annoying.
Shoot it? Maybe.
Last player
Oh
standing.
no. Oh no. The Molly, they got half.
They got
though.
half, though,
It's all
yeah.
good.
All good.
The sincere, the
Okay.
boomage appears to be setting in a little bit here for T1, I feel. They're,
For T1, they just won 3 runs in a row. What are you talking about?
They won 2 in a row, and it was a stinger. They only won 1 rifle round.
they won 2 in a row.
God, a bunch of well-actuallys up in here.
I don't...
I did push up my glasses.
That's my man. That's my man. Let's go.
I feel like they're not... I don't know. The way that they set up there into the post, each of the individual players is just trying to make a big play that's going to win the round.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to work on fundamentally playing the map well and doing your post plans well and getting into good positions where you can play off each other. And that's normally a syndrome of just, oh, I don't really think we're going to win this game. Let me just try and clutch it out
the other
instead.
thing, too,
Neon solo bottom? Just run under? What are you doing here? Faking the Neon wall exec?
Yeah, bait out the utility and come out arcade.
But that means they're going to contact Arcade, does it?
Yeah.
Well, that's a weird one. Off no noise in A halls.
I think they expected a bigger reaction, and just nothing happened this time. Because last time, remember all the util that got dumped at B main?
Yeah.
I think T1 just froze right there and being like, hold on. Where was that Viper ult?
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, last time Saya used his wall like that, you're right. Both of the nanoswarms got used, and Seven's just...
Yeah, and Hayes was there
Elder.
too, and he mollied. Whereas this time, it was like,
And
nothing happened.
one of the reasons why it doesn't work, though, is because they haven't used the wall and actually executed with it to force that molly to be popped every time.
And the alarm ball was there.
Why didn't GMD drop 7 a stinger or something?
Tarik out.
Good question.
Giga Chat?
Ooh. Good play.
Wow, Saya just got set up by that flash so hard.
Last player standing.
Wow.
That is the
Wow.
tracking diff. That is the tracking Overwatch aim diff. Witnessed in the wild.
How many aren't 3 of these players are Overwatch
Last
players, right?
round
Munchkin
in the
was?
half.
Munchkin, Saya, Zeta.
Yeah,
or,
but we'll only talk about
Carpet.
Saya.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Were they all DPS players in Overwatch?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just
they
waiting
were.
for like a Reinhardt player to make the switch.
I don't-
XQC tries his professional Valorant career.
I don't think that's likely.
I just want to break the fourth wall real quick. Horty, welcome to Ludbud. Thank you.
You've really set a
Very good.
crazy expectation there.
Very good.
You've set an
Good work.
impossible expectation.
I'm making my boss money. What can I say?
You getting paid for this?
I'm getting paid in hosts.
You're just gonna sprint to put up your stream after this?
Go, go, go.
You are powerless.
You're good.
All right.
An attempt at something really fast and reactive after they got pushed, but... Oh, that's rough. And they're not in position to trade Zeta. Seven's just backed off and
Spike
killed
down,
Carpe
B.
too. When teams are new, the fast reactive play is often the most difficult, I think, to get right.
One enemy remaining.
Wow. I feel like a lot of people like forgot about Seven. Like 2021, when he like got signed to the bench of Under Thieves, everyone was like going
Switching sides.
crazy hyping this guy up. Like he's the next big prospect. It's gonna
Sorry.
be insane. But then like
Wasn't 7 on T1 for a bit?
he was on T1 for a bit, and then he got signed to 100 Thieves and was just on their bench and never
Yeah.
got to play a single game.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I think you have some announcements to make, Paul.
Yeah. And if you miss any of them, people are going to be pissed.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
Yeah.
By the way, whoever just joined, whoever the most recent member is, he looked and just decided not to read your name. So take that personally.
He's sweating, actually, right now. Profusely sweating.
That is a really rough half for T1, though.
Yeah.
They
I
look
think
so flat.
the conversation about like how people were kind of going for plays in a lot of those post plants, like Munchkin throwing a molly out of tower a lot of times. Actually, we didn't even see a lineup, right? I
Yeah.
think that speaks to the inexperience on the roles that they're playing, like a lot.
Yeah.
Munchkin, half the time, he looks like he's trying to run around to bank a molly off of a wall instead of actually having something prepared, right? And that is probably pervasive throughout the entire team. I mean, Ban as well on the Killjoy. Maybe he had a stint one time.
I can't remember it, but
Yeah,
maybe.
And Munchkin played Initiator at
Yeah.
one time, and
Yeah,
most
he's-
of the time it was Duelist. And for the rest
Yeah.
of them, except for Zeta, it's fresh.
Yeah. It's definitely a team that has a lot to work on.
Yeah. I
They-
thought their post-plant setups lacked a lot of structure, like crossfire potential, util, other than like the basics, like, hey, I'm going to use this post-plant molly, my nanoswarms are on the site, I have my ult. But it's not a lot of like positioning and I'll take first contact, you take second, swing off of me. That seemed to be missing a lot. And the fact that they got tripled by that Astra dry peak is just actually unreal. Like
Yeah.
that should never, ever happen.
It feels like the comms are getting really, really muddy in late
Yeah.
rounds. Like no one is on the same page of what they want to do.
Yeah.
And so all the rounds they're winning are the ones where they can like do their early strat that they have pre-prepared and flipped around. I think that's part of the reason why the Stinger rounds were so successful, because it's just like, okay, we have the set play, we're all going to push it together, we get our kills, we flipped around right off the beginning, and it's a lot harder for them to crawl back in the late round.
I think you got to say, though, that for a team like T1, playing in a tournament like this is so important. Because otherwise you're just heading straight into Sao
Yeah.
Paulo and just going in raw.
Yeah.
That's not That's not good for anyone.
I anticipated us winning.
Especially us, the viewers.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll be able to do a lot of review of these kind of games and just figure out stuff that they can improve.
How long do they have? Like 2 months?
Less than a month.
Jesus.
Are they aware of the Neon Underpass?
Saya is cooking.
That's the spike.
Nice discipline, too, to not overheat for it.
Hayes is pretty weak here as well.
Yeah, I think the Brim could come out of Gen and push Arcade. They could repinch, but Saya's going off all by himself. Tree, he can get caught. Oh, that is a very bad death right there. 3-on-2 in the favor of TSM. So many chokes to hold right now.
Yeah, it's rough for Saya because he doesn't have an easy way out to reconnect with the rest of his team. So it's either just stay as a piece of juicy bait in Underpass or try to make some kind of play like that to ISO a 1v1 and win it and get out.
Yeah, and Vance, he was out of range of his turret, so he just recalled it. They're going to know the site's empty.
They're going to run into an alarm bot when they try to flank too. This is looking very difficult for T1 to rescue this pistol.
Seven's going to have his turret set up on site in some kind of way. They're probably going to play off of it. This is going to be an insanely difficult retake.
I think Munch kills 3.
Munch for 3?
Yeah.
Let's see it.
Turret out.
They're going to swing off of this right guy's contact.
Last player standing.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nice setup.
See, that's the kind of setup that was missing from T1. Like, they allow the last person to possibly, like, you know, be spotted, the stairs player, and then you can swing off of that player because obviously the attackers are going to, or the defenders in that case, are going to be so committed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, you never saw that last half.
Yeah, we also didn't really see. I mean, I think I remember one advantage situation in the post plant where they can do something like that, where it's a 3 versus 2. They're funneling them into specific positions. A lot of times it's 4v5 in the post plant.
Yeah. Well, we had some even post-plant situations as well where they didn't even have time to get set up.
I don't know how I feel about this Viper Wall. I don't think I like it. Just the standard Viper Wall going across.
No, I think Fnatic's had a better one that they pulled out like a year ago.
Yeah. The Lurk Wall?
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Okay, Hayes.
Oh my
That's
God.
a stinger.
He didn't even ADS, did he?
That's just ridiculous.
Another really rough beginning to the half. I can see why T1 would want to force this one in particular, being down 9-4, but oh, this is not going to be good.
And they already have Halt's control.
This is T1's pick.
Yeah.
Big stun. I think that's all 3.
Oh my god.
No, he's too close.
There's a gap in front
He
of
was
the
too close,
stun. Yeah, this is a rough map.
Yeah.
This is a rough map.
Yep.
We've actually been blessed with really close maps up until this one.
Yeah,
I
this
feel
is
like
the first one that's kind of a
Yeah.
snoozer so far.
we had, what, we had 2 13-7s in the game where the guard played, I think. But those were close in the
They're
first half at least.
Competitive, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas this is just a blowout. And I feel like it's a bit of a bag fumble from T1 more so than
I mean, 2 of these
TSM
rounds are the
dominated.
stinger rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
That's rough.
That's crazy. Maybe we see another.
They've just gone down straight away 3-0 in both of the halves if they lose
They
this.
won
Through
this
this, they're
round
gonna get
3
hit by
the
the
first half,
turret.
but
Oh, they did.
that was just because they
Does
rebought
7 take the
stingers.
rope? He does. Very smart play by 7. His turret gets broken, immediately takes the rope, regroups with his team, calls the arcade push. They're never going to expect Munchkin here, though, on an arcade push. Oh, my.
Corey gets one. With the nade as well, they're on to Zeta.
Carpe's got a great timing.
But he needed 2, really.
Down
Yeah.
B.
They know where Ban is coming from, I'm pretty sure, as well. Yeah, look at the positioning towards spawn here. Don't think you clear 7.
Ooh, he got the tag?
Oh, he had the 145.
That's brutal. That's going to be the most unsatisfying thing in the game. I think that's the most frustrating thing in Valorant right now is when you dink someone for 145 with a Sheriff.
Yes.
And then you just feel robbed.
Even
Why
when you
don't you just
get the
play
kill
Chamber?
after that.
Why don't
That's
you
the only
just
reason
play-
Corey locked it in. He
Yeah.
didn't want the dissatisfaction
Yeah.
of getting a Sheriff headshot and not killing.
It's just pain.
Nah, I think a Phantom 1v1 clutch dink is the worst.
The 140?
140.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's something worse about knowing you outskilled the player with a sheriff, and they got away with it because they were too far away.
Taking that back.
Even the frag after like the body shot frag, it's like not even satisfying.
Yeah, you got to get the double dink.
Yeah. It's not even satisfying. It's like, oh, I did headshot him, but no one knows, you know? It's not in the kill feed. It's a good stall
Flash
mode.
out. I mean, he's flashed for nothing there.
They still have the wall at B, which is the strength of this comp. They can drop the smokes on A, bait all of this util, and then they could go back to B right now if they wanted to.
How is there nobody trading there?
Man, the flank is so close, though.
Yeah, no one's
These
watching.
Sands
for it.
players are in big trouble right now.
No one is watching at all.
Oh, they're making
Why are they
noise!
running? Why are you running?
Spike planted.
Oh my.
Guys, there's a horde of elephants coming through 8 holes! The timing there between Carpe pushing
Haze?
Hayes
up
with the
top was good,
revenge.
though.
Revenge.
Oh, do it.
Revenge on the poor
He's
T1
gonna get
players.
two.
Oh, no.
He's got 2.
Beautiful.
Last player standing.
Trolling?
Wait, they don't know about 7, but it doesn't matter.
Trolling.
All right, that's Carpe's first Valorant clip on this team, I think. 3K?
He actually had a pretty decent round earlier in the day, but yeah, it's...
That sounded really screwed up what I just said. I'd like to apologize to Carpe and everyone out there on T1.
Just literally caught a stray.
We'll be back
like,
stronger.
he won a round.
We'll be
and,
back.
like,
Hashtag T1
gets
fight.
roasted for it.
It was a bit goofy, that, but the way that Saya peeked out through halls at the same time as Carpe pushed the like rafters area, that was fairly well coordinated. That caught out the Sands players pretty well. And Nature's just got his head on the swivel here.
I mean, people run less in my DMs, Josh. Like,
Yeah, it was elephantine.
yeah.
Is that a word?
Yeah, you know, having the characteristics of an elephant. Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, I mean, if you apply it to a person, it would normally mean something a bit different.
Why does it take
You
that?
are divided.
Wait.
Face your fear.
Baiting the
Why?
Munchkin?
Judge?
I'm so confused. Why did Ban play in front of his util with the Spectre?
It's a T1 classic.
It feels like it's just the boomage at this point.
Yeah.
Like they're just
Spike planted.
boomed.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, this ult is very fast out of the plant. Could catch TSM.
There is a player coming drop right now.
Nice, Saya.
It's a good molly.
But GMD
What?
still gets one. And 7 is still towards Sands.
One
That
enemy
swing
remaining.
was so
Oh,
wide.
there's the clip. There's the
There's
clip.
another one.
Put it on Twitter,
I told you guys, he's insane. Why?
at @AEvilCat. Stop talking smack.
I'd like to apologize again to Carpe. He is seizing the day right now. He's looking pretty good.
No, this isn't enough. I want to twit longer later.
Okay.
This isn't enough.
I'll get Chat GPT on it.
Yo, is that the wave, actually?
Apologize to
ChatGPT
things
for
with
apology twit
ChatGPT.
longer?
Absolutely. If I was an org owner right now and I screwed up somehow, I'm getting ChatGPT on that one.
Never heard of that happening, actually. Though.
No org owner would ever
If
screw up on social
Help
media.
Sewers happens when ChatGPT was out. It would have been a totally different story.
So here's that little set play that T1... Although T1 not really doing too much here. They didn't see anybody.
One suppressed.
The knife did catch onto 7.
I'm scared of the spike by themselves right now.
Yeah, 7 got suppressed and just went across the rope on his own without really knowing that
He's
it was
going to go
safe.
back across.
At least Nature can cover for him now.
Well, there was that tree smoke, so the 3 players arcade all went underpass to clear out tree, so that was safe. Now he's going back. I kind of like how methodical TSM is being this round. It looks like at A main there's some kind of trap setup going on. Like turret makes first contact, breach is ready to flash, they both swing. That's a pretty cool setup.
Munchkin's used 2 smokes already, and nothing from TSM has really happened. Insta ults. Oh!
30 seconds left.
What?
Kill confirmed. My ult's ready. Obstacle removed.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, T1's coming to life.
Yeah, decent cleanup on TSM's eco.
Yeah,
Again, comeback team.
not losing too many guns. Pretty important.
10 seconds left.
It's a big round.
It's such a weird dynamic now, what you've got between the Brimstone and the Killjoy in this map.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to play Brim here because it just gives you that. You know, the
Sure.
Omen is not that great anyway.
You could play
because-
in the lockdown to the last second, fake cancel out if you're like Heaven. You can do a lot of weird
Yeah.
stuff. Like
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
certain things
sure.
that counter the lockdown, like a chamber TP could TP out. Well, not anymore actually.
Yeah.
But the Omen ult, I think like a Raze ult could probably like
I
be
don't
a
know how
good
you-
counter. You'd have to push underpass from like
yeah, that'd
arcade.
be a bit.
This is the big
Wild.
round, though. If they can get this one, they'll keep their ults building up in a good direction, be able to maybe build all the way back through.
I do think though, like we're gonna see the meta of like Killjoy lockdowns being in the place of the gen gap. So when the Brim ult comes in, it's almost like a smoke front
Yeah,
gen,
yeah.
and you can use it on the cross.
Yeah, the other part too is
All
it,
kind of weirdness like that.
the Brim ult was previously used to deny the plant. So if it's getting used to break the lockdown instead, that's actually a pretty major win for the attackers even so.
Yeah, but there's like nanoswarms to get people off the spike now.
Just wait until Angel cooks the Sova on Fracture.
Right there. I could see it happening.
It could,
I
dude,
could
he
definitely
is,
see it
he's
happening.
wild.
Oh, this is cool. So they're going to use the Viper ult here to create a barrier between the retakers and the site. So it allows them to get in and onto the site, and it basically just
Oof.
isolates these two players that are on Heaven. And
They kind of need a flash to get
pushing
out of it,
Oh,
though.
what is
off
this?
it.
This is wild.
no.
Oh. They can wrap all the way back through. Hey, look, they have a player lurking drop. If
Munchkin's
they kill
alone.
Munchkin, this site
He's
is free.
all by
Oh, they're not
himself.
looking.
He's not looking at it.
Oh,
but they
he
traded
needed
out.
to.
Wait, Saya might be fast enough to stop plan if he can get across the
Dude,
main,
he
but they'll
is
make so
zooming.
much
He
noise.
is
30
zooming.
seconds left.
He's got a timing, though, and he can hear the rest of them. He could stop the plant. They might plant in the open thinking that this is
No,
free.
they're going to expect this. They have to expect this.
Yeah, they have planted safe.
Spike planted.
They're planning
has
for
his
spawn?
wall.
Did they plan for spawn just then?
Yeah.
He has his
Yes.
wall to get sight. They're going to use his wall to get across into the site.
Oh, no!
Oh, the
that was
timing.
huge. Corey had his ult. He could have
Oh.
easily gotten a lot of value in the post plan with that.
Right there.
Wait, this ult is not useful.
No, it's not. There's
They
the
don't know
wall
on
to get in
site now.
sight. So now they can go like top site. They can have a high-low.
Yeah.
Last player
Swap down
standing.
now? Wow.
I mean, the
Great
triple
retake.
face was good.
I think
And the use of the wall was nice, too.
Corey dying there at top ropes before anything actually happens, definitely, that could have changed everything. Because it could have gotten them as they're running out with the lockdown, so many different things. Could have used it as they're tapping the spike. Hey, this is the most rounds T1 has gotten, right, so far. So
Yeah. Yeah.
And on defense, which was clearly a weak spot against the guard.
I mean, a reminder, they got 7 rounds on defense in the BO3
Yeah.
against the guard. They've already got 4 here in the map. So they are doing significantly better.
Still a cosmic divide and showstopper to work with, though. I think when it gets late in the game, you're in these comebacks, there's going to be rounds where you're in a massive ult deficit.
Go get 'em.
And those are the hard ones to win for T1.
Grenade.
Oh,
Another one of these
free
triple
sites.
flanks. T1 loves going for these big multi-flanks.
They're going to have to break the turret.
see how 7
You
does.
want to fight it? Target's
Ooh, that's a good wall
Oh,
for 7
he's
to play
right behind.
behind.
Oh! And he's ready for more, too.
He's blocking too.
Whoa.
Oh no.
pulling them
Suck.
in.
It's not even planted yet, by the way.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No, they got off plant when that fast flank came through.
Yeah, like I'm saying, it's so hard to win rounds like this. You can't anticipate. They had a great flank. You called it out. Like, I thought the flank was going to
Match point.
definitely slaughter 7, but the fact that he gets that frag, that's crazy. You could probably hardly hear that.
Yeah.
Other side of the Astral Wall?
Yeah, yeah. I think also, though, the idea of playing nobody on B did a a seismic amount of trolling to the way that they wanted to play that defense.
Beyond the hero play, though, they also did a good job at pivoting to have a crossfire on those players coming in main and kind of keeping their comms up in the late round, which is something T1 has continued to struggle with.
Lud was asking about the op crush. Here's Sire pulling it out on Neon to try and save the game. And everyone ignores him. Just runs to the other side of the map without even realizing.
And now he has to retake with said operator.
It is so difficult, especially when you want to try to get stuns and use your wall properly as well as.
Spike planted.
And this is match point too, so they have to go for it.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be given any shots.
Yeah.
You rarely get shots on this
They're already
retake.
off site. I mean, everybody's already off site. Does 7 have nano lineups too?
This way.
Could already be wrapped.
They used to gravel like that?
Oh, he swapped.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah. Munchkin 1v2, Nano's down as well.
No time.
Yeah. There we go.
GG.